Island.
Thousands of motorway speeding convictions could be overturned excuse me, because the font used on some variable speed limit signs did not comply with traffic regulations. The Crown Prosecution Service said the signs showed miles per hour numbers taller and narrower than they should have been. Let's get more of this with Hojal Odin, who's a solicitor with the law firm Caddick Davis, who raised the concerns over this, and he joins me from Salford. So thanks for joining us. How long has the CPS known about this?
Well, that remains unclear at this moment in time. It appears they became aware of it around the 8th of November 2012, but it could stem back further than this date. They have, since that date, on the 23rd of November, authorised the signs that are in question. But in terms of the date as to when they were aware, it remains unclear.
So what does this mean for people who have perhaps had a fine because they were speeding in that area?
Well, the issue is to do with the actual signs specifically, which are located throughout the whole of the country. Signs are required to be authorised or prescribed, and it appears these new digital signs which are in place are neither. Therefore, it's our view that this could be unlawful.
So this is a bit of a loophole, really, is it?
Well, I wouldn't say necessarily a loophole, because at this moment in time there's not been a case before the court to actually question the legality. The Highways Agency will obviously be relying on stating that this was just a minor issue, but it appears that the Crown Prosecution Service and Warwickshire Police, in terms of the prosecutions, discontinued a number of prosecutions in the hundreds, maybe thousands, around November. It appears that individuals who were in court prior to the 23rd of November were convicted, but subsequently cases that were in after the 23rd of November may have been withdrawn.
How did you discover this in the first place? Did someone go out and measure the sign?
Well, it's unclear. I became aware of it, our company became aware of it when we had a number of cases in court. It appears that, unfortunately, one of our clients was convicted of an offence and resulted in a 6-month disqualification from driving, but other clients who committed an offence at a similar period had their cases withdrawn. It appears there appears to be a different rule in terms of when they got authorisation. It should be one rule for all.
Are you expecting lots of people now to appeal against what has happened to them?
Well, in terms of the appealing, it's quite complicated in terms of the process. It's all dependent on what plea members of the public are entered before the court. At this moment in time, the legality hasn't been challenged before the court, but I do expect members of the public to ask various questions as to whether this can be overturned or not. But at this stage now, a case has not been put before the court to challenge this.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
So, not good news if you look at Helen Willett's Globe this morning. Helen, cold weather on the way, obviously.
Yeah, temperatures should be going up at this time of year, shouldn't they, Maxine? But they are coming down. They're already down in north. It's chilly, and we've got the potential for some disruptive snow across northern England, down towards Lincolnshire, East Anglia, possibly the North Midlands as well. It's already falling as snow in Scotland, so a bit of wind here as well. But instead, in the south and west, it's quite mild. Temperatures 12 or 13 degrees and some heavy, slow-moving showers for southern England and into South Wales. So really very different types of weather across the country during the day today, but we'll all be equal by tomorrow as our band of snow eases its